Hey, mamas. Good morning, good morning. It's Kristen from Small Biz Mama. And, I've kind of been feeling this, and I posted in the Small Biz Mama group. Um, you know, I, I just it's been feeling heavy. Like I don't know if you're feeling this or not. I think it's like back to school and seasons changing and realizing the summer's over and things haven't really changed. I think, a lot of people are kind of hoping that originally by fall, like, we would somehow be through COVID and things wouldn't be so bad. Hey, if you're coming online, make sure that you say hi. I see some of you guys popping up in there, so make sure you say hi. Or if you're watching the replay, give me a pound replay so I know that you're watching this. But I think, I was feeling this and I didn't know if it was just me or not. So I went into the Small Biz Mama group that I have on Facebook, which if you're watching from the Small Biz Mama page, click on groups and you can get to the Small Biz Mama group. But I kind of asked, like, how are you guys doing? Like, are you guys feeling like there's this weight in the world right now? And I was kind of amazed, like, how many people are like, yes, like, I don't know what it is. There's like been a shift. And you even see it like in consumer confidence numbers. Um, you're seeing it there. I think, when the additional unemployment money expired, I think a lot of people thought like, oh, Congress is going to do something. They're going to act, and they haven't. And now it's been like a month, and people are like, all right, like, they're kind of looking for leadership. So yeah, Amy said back to school, and now my employee quit. Oh, Amy, I'm so sorry. Um, yeah, there's just a lot. There's a lot going on. I mean, I know for me, um, I just feel like there's just this never ending, like, constant barrage of stuff. Um, and so I had to sit down. Because like I'm looking at this list, and you can hear Eric screaming downstairs. I don't know if you can hear that or not. He's with Jeff. Don't worry, he's with Jeff. Um, it just there's this constant wave of things, right, that are coming, and for me, um, I mean, I've been going pretty much since January, kind of nonstop, and I had to put in place some things, and I'm working on this. Like, this is kind of a new thing for me because I've just really been thinking about this for the last 24 hours. Nothing is going to happen that is going to put like any sort of peace, any sort of normalcy. Yes, happy squills in your life. Okay, nothing is going to pop up and say, haha, normal, haha, everything's back, everything's good. You have to do that for you. Okay. You have to be the one, and I've done videos on boundaries. You have to be the one that puts the boundaries in place. You have to be the one that starts giving yourself some grace through this. You're the one that has to say, I cannot live by the rules that everyone else is trying to impose on me. Right. So I know like a lot of you are trying to do remote schooling and run your businesses or work from home, and you're trying to do like all the stuff. And it's just not possible. Okay, can we just acknowledge that for a moment? It is just not possible to work 40 hours a week and sit by your child all day while they do remote schooling. Not possible. Okay, so you have to think, okay, what is possible? What can we do, right, to make this work? So I know a lot of people are turning to homeschooling, right? Because these schools that are requiring kids to like sit like in front of a computer for like 7 hours a day, like that just kind of blows my mind. Um, as an educator, that kind of blows my mind. So, lots of people I think are turning to homeschooling because homeschooling is traditionally a couple hours a day of like focused learning in little bits. So you might do a half hour here, take a little break, go outside, run around, spend, a half an hour later, do some other activities, do some arts, do something creative, and then spend a little bit more time maybe in the afternoon. But it's not the 7 hours in front of the computer. Okay. So that's possible. Other things that are possible, things like, okay, so like one thing that we've done in our business is I've said, okay, what are things that I don't need to do? What are things that other people can do? So I've kind of gotten everything down to like this list of things. Like, so for example, I'll give you an example today. So somebody at school, because I teach classes at a university, somebody sent a list of like all of the meetings that we have for the faculty. And I'm like, oh, I should really put all these in my calendar. Wait. No. See, I hired an executive assistant who works virtually. She only works a couple hours a week, but she's fantastic. Katie, like, saves my whole life. But I gotta, and if you're looking to hire a virtual assistant, I can give you a couple places where you can hire one to help you with things. Let me know, put it down in the comments, and I'll give you guys some links. But we have this phenomenal executive assistant who does a lot of things for me. And so I just forwarded her the email and I said, hi, can you put these on my calendar for me? Cool, thanks. Yay. And it's done. I've also looked at all of these self-imposed deadlines that I give myself. I have to get this done by a certain date. I have to get this done by a certain date. And I said, you know what? Is this something that, and I'm using like the Marie Kondo, right? Is this something that brings me joy? And is this something that is necessary for moving my business forward? Okay. Does this bring me joy? Is this something that moves my business forward? Because if it's not, I'm not doing it. I mean, think about it. Why would I do something that I hate to do and isn't helping my business? Right? But I think a lot of times we get into this cycle where we believe that we have to keep doing all these things that we've always been doing. Right? We also believe that we have to be the ones that do it. Okay? And so there might be things that don't bring you joy, but you really have to do for your business, and that's where like a great virtual assistant is super, super helpful. There are some things in my business I just don't enjoy doing. I've come to the conclusion that the things that I really like to do, okay, I love doing these Facebook Lives for you guys. Like, I love chatting with you guys. I'm an extrovert, and so this is how I get my extrovert fix in. And I love developing curriculum. Okay. And like those are the things I really, really like to do. And I love I love helping my bookkeepers. I do love that. Okay. So those are 3 things I like to do. And that's really all I want to do. I want to develop curriculum. Okay. I want to, do lives like this, which I guess I kind of figure in that the lives that I do for Empower Bookkeeper Network, they kind of fit into that. And I love helping my bookkeepers. Right. And so that's what I'm trying to get to in our business, to say, okay, how can I just get to this point? Okay. So realizing what I can and cannot do, getting rid of all the self-imposed deadlines, getting rid of the things that don't make me happy and don't bring, value to the business. Those things have just, it's funny because when I kind of did that this morning, okay, I've been going into the office every day, and I don't know if you're like this, okay, when you go to your place of work, right, where you get your work done. But every morning I've been sitting down and I've got this list of things that I have to get done. I have to get done, right? I'm going to put that in quotes. And I would just feel like so much weight on me because I'm like, I'm never going to get all this done. It's never going to happen. It's going to be, and it was so much stress just sitting at my desk. And that stress would go with me, right? Let me know if you're feeling this, okay? There was so much stress just by sitting at my desk, and it would stay with me all day long. And it was just this weight. And I finally realized that I was the one imposing the weight. It's not Jeff. It's not Eric. It's not my bookkeepers and bookkeeper training school. It's not my clients. It's not anybody but me. And when I realized that, I also realized that I have the power, and you have this power too. And I know it doesn't feel like it right now, but you have the power to say, I'm not playing this game anymore. I'm not going to do this anymore to myself. I'm not going to put all of this pressure on myself. For whatever reason that you put all this pressure. And it's really interesting. I was listening to a podcast this morning while I was going for my walk. It's the Essentialism podcast with Greg McEwen. And I loved his book. It's on my my recommended reading list for bookkeeper training school. It is also it's one of those, like, I read it every probably like 2 years. I think I'm due to read it again. It's just a phenomenal book. And now he has a podcast. And whenever somebody asks, like, what is a book, like, I'm a business owner. I need, what are your essential books? I'm like, Essentialism. It's it. It's like, it's one of those. But he has a podcast now, and he was interviewing Ryan Holiday, who is a really brilliant marketer, but he's also, like, he's a great author, and he's a wonderful speaker, and he reads a lot. And I got to figure out how he reads so many books. He reads like 250 books a year, which I don't even know. And he has kids, so I don't know how he does it. But they were talking about, and I thought this was really interesting. This was kind of like so eye-opening for me. He said, we're almost, and I don't know, I think it might have been Greg that actually said this, but we are the sum, right, of all the years that we've lived. And so we are simultaneously our current age and every age we've been before. And so, we try to sit there and say, I am an adult and I'm not affected by anything that's happened to me prior, in prior stages of my life. And that's just not the case. We are like a tree, right? And we have all of the rings for all of the experiences that we've had. And we carry those experiences with us. And so right now, I think a lot of us are carrying, all of the, anytime you've ever had, financial troubles in your life, even if you don't have them right now, because so many people have them, right? That we're all feeling that right now. The financial pressure, the stress of the virus. Like, where I live right now, I'll tell you, in Connecticut, like, we have less than a 1% positivity rate. But, like, I remember what we went through earlier in the year, right? When everything was locked down. And there's the weight of that, like, oh, it's going to come back. It's going to come back. Right? The financial issues, they're going to come back. Right? The job loss, it's going to come back. Like, we're all waiting. Right? We're all kind of waiting for, like, the shoe to drop, because the shoe is dropping for everybody else. So we're kind of sitting there going, okay, when is the shoe going to drop for me? Or maybe the shoe has dropped for you already, and you're sitting there thinking, how much worse is it going to get? Right? And we're not sitting in now. Right? We're not sitting here. And I know I think women in general have trouble with this. I am having a tremendous amount of trouble just staying in now and what I can do now. And so I'm really working on that. Okay. And the things that are helping me do that is realizing I can't do it all. I just can't. Okay. And none of us can. There's so much being thrown at us all the time that we've got to make the decision on what we're going to do. Okay. What is possible for us today? We have to stop with the impossible deadlines that we set for ourselves. And we have to stop doing the things that do not bring us joy and do not move our businesses forward. Okay. And if you can stick to those three things, okay, I'll tell you just the level of weight that I have today versus yesterday. I think it helped that like I'm not the only person. I think that totally helps. But to just say, okay, I'm really looking at what are the deadlines, because in my business I do have deadlines, right? There are tax deadlines, there are deadlines that I have to get stuff up, for my classes. But I also put a lot of deadlines up, like, I need my classes up 6 weeks in advance. I really don't need to have my classes up 6 weeks in advance. I need to have them up about 2 weeks in advance. Okay. But we put those deadlines, right, in place. Once I kind of removed those barriers, I can't tell you how much more peace I had. Um, it was very amazing, and maybe it was part of it was going out for a walk outside for the first time in a while, because it's been so hot here. It was gorgeous morning this morning. So I want you to think about the barriers that you are putting up that are causing this weight on you right now. And think about, and I would write this down. Like, I get out your paper whiteboard, get out a notebook, get out something, and just start to think, like, okay, like, what is weighing on me right now? What is causing the heaviness? And then say, okay, is this an external thing or is this an internal thing? And see what you can remove from that weight. Because I'll tell you what, I feel a lot better today. I had a really good morning this morning. And usually, like, the first day of school, like, I'm a gigantic ball of stress. But I think I did really well this morning. And I worked on some curriculum today, which I love to do. And I just felt like I had a really good morning this morning. So take some time today and just kind of brainstorm out, like, what is weighing you down. Because sometimes just the act of getting those feelings out really helps. And let me know how it's going. If you're in the Small Biz Mama group, I put in a check-in thread to see how people are doing. You're going to see there's a whole bunch of people that responded to it. It should be, like, right at the top of the group. But, feel free, like, if you need a place, to kind of, talk to other moms and get some support, it's a great place. It's a great place to be. But let's get that going. Let's get that support system going for you. Because I think we all really need that right now. And let's get some of that weight off of our shoulders. All right, mamas. Thank you so much. Amy, thank you for commenting. I appreciate it. I see that there are a whole bunch of you here. If you're watching the replay, give me a pound replay and let me know that you're here. All right, mamas, take care. Love you so much. You have a wonderful day. Take care of yourselves. Take care of each other. Bye.